ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Welcome back to the Lost Art of Boxing, aka the Lab. And you rocking with your boy Q the God. And I'm back with another video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share, do all that, man.
Push
do
the
all
goddamn
that.
button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
And today, especially after his fight with Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis has been coming up, and a lot has been talked about as far as, is he the face of this era's boxing? Is Gervonta Davis this era's face of boxing? Now, some say it is a few things that kind of go into it. You know what I mean? As far as being the face of boxing, you know, putting on big events, popularity, you know, the skill and all of that. Some would say, you know, and me personally, right now, after chilling on it for a couple of days, thinking about it, I would have to say Gervonta Tank Davis is this era's face of boxing. And I say that because when I look at the former faces of boxing, you know what I mean, on top of just the landscape of today's boxers, you know, it's not a lot of popular boxers, or what people say, oh, if he in the mall, people gonna recognize him. If he go over to this side of the country, is people gonna recognize him and all of that. Yeah, maybe Tank is not the most recognizable athlete as far as a LeBron James, a Curry, Patrick Mahomes, you know, guys like that in other sports. But in the sport of boxing, Tank is one of the most popular faces when it comes to that. And it's no debate. You know what I mean? Some would always bring up a AJ or a Ryan or something like that. Like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. You know, you don't have to be an undefeated fighter to be popular or the face of boxing. But you know, they talk to Sugar Ray Leonard, they talk to Mike Tyson, they talk to Oscar De La Hoya. All three of those guys were the face of boxing in a point of time. And one common thing that all three of them said or brought up when they brought up face of boxing was the money. They all brought up the money. Now, being able to generate large amounts of money, we talking about him and Ryan Garcia gate, man. They saying that it did 20 plus million at the gate. This is not counting pay-per-views, which sources say that it done sold at least 750,000. I woke up this morning and done got texts and seen that people saying it's 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. Yeah, bro, that's popularity. That's good fights. Now when y'all go into as far as like who has he fought and things of that nature and this and that, well, those are things that Tank is going to have to do to solidify if he's really the face of boxing. You know what I mean? Now, the numbers that he did with Ryan, those are numbers that a face of boxing would do. Now, one other thing that those guys mentioned, Sugar Ray Leonard's, Mike Tyson's, and those guys they mentioned was the opponents who Tank goes on to fight. I feel that those are also important factors when we looking at you being the face of boxing and being able to carry that on in this era. You have to go on to fight the guys who are the best or who those say are the best, consider the best, or whatever. When we're talking about the Devin Haney's, Shakur Stevenson's, he already fought Ryan Garcia. Uh, some guys at 140, or coming up. Those are guys that people are wanting to see Tank fight, and that would solidify their position even more. But just looking at that spectrum, bro, and people love bringing up the old school boxing and stuff like that. Like, we ain't gonna act like them guys left the money out and just fought for the legacy. Yeah, hell yeah, they did it for the legacy, and that's for damn sure. Because back in the day, you had to be a champion to really get that money. You know what I mean? Nobody thought you was thinking you was the best and you didn't have a belt or you weren't fighting for those titles. So don't get that confused with what I'm saying. But above all of that, in this era, the money is what's going to make you ultimately the face of boxing. You know what I mean? Because in that case, it'd have been way a lot of other fighters who would be considered of being the face of boxing. But if they don't recognize your face, how can you be the face of boxing? You know what I mean? No matter how the accolades look, no matter how who some of the opponents that you might fight. And I say some because none of the guys that we even talking about, or was some would say, oh, they won't Tank to fight. They haven't fought those guys yet because they haven't fought each other. But right now, Gervonta Tank Davis is the face of boxing. And y'all join the conversation, man, in the comment section. And if y'all don't believe Tank Davis is the face of boxing, let me know who is down in the comments and let me know why. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit all that, and don't forget.
You fucking dummy. I'm a prize fighter. That's what I'm supposed to fight for. A prize. Duh.
And we gone.